Thank you for joining us for KREM News at 5 tonight. I'm Mark Hanrahan.
It's good to have you here. I'm Whitney Ward. The teen suspect in last week's deadly East Central shooting was back in court today, this time to face adult charges.
16-year-old Leland Westerlund is facing first-degree murder, assault, and robbery charges. KREM 2's Janelle Finch joining us live from the scene of that shooting to tell us more about the suspect in court today. Janelle?
Mark and Whitney, just a little less than 1 week ago, a 17-year-old boy was killed here in the East Central neighborhood, and now a memorial is here at the scene of that shooting again last week. Flowers and cards dedicated to that 17-year-old boy who was shot and killed. 2 other young adults were also injured in that shooting, and today a suspect connected to that shooting appeared in court for his second time. 16-year-old Leland Westerlund is charged with 1 count of first-degree murder, 2 counts of first-degree assault, and 3 counts of first-degree robbery. This was his second time in court, but today it was to face charges as an adult. 16-year-old Leland Westerlund joins 3 other suspects charged with first-degree murder, assault, and robbery. The group was arrested following last week's deadly shooting in the East Central neighborhood.
It is pretty horrifying. You know, no one wants like a shooter in their neighborhood.
According to court documents, witnesses say Westerlund fired a gun at 3 victims. Police say Westerlund then fired at officers before they arrested him Thursday. Westerlund previously appeared Friday in juvenile court, while 18-year-old Hagen Charbonneau, 21-year-old Gavin McGregor, and 20-year-old Sapphire Jesperson appeared as well. But today, he appeared as an adult, and a judge set his bond to $1 million.
The danger to the community and the nature of the allegations, the court does find that $1 million bond is appropriate at this time.
According to court documents, Westerlund's criminal history includes illegal possession of a firearm, stealing a firearm, and other charges. Westerlund and the other 3 suspects are all scheduled to appear in court again February 22nd for their arraignment. Live in Spokane, Janelle Finch, KREM 2 News.
Thank you very much. And now to a development in the court proceedings involving the murder of 4 University of Idaho students. Kootenai County's public defender, Ann Taylor, is representing murder suspect Brian Coburger. An agreement approved just hours ago outlines how much Latah County will pay for her services.
KREM 2's Amanda Rowley obtained a copy of that draft agreement through a records request to Kootenai County. She is joining us live in the studio now with details that you'll see only on KREM 2. Amanda?
Yeah, Mark and Whitney, just hours ago, Kootenai County Commissioners approved this agreement with Latah County relating to public defender services for the Moscow murder case. It's called the Capital Criminal Defense Provider Agreement, and it points to the likelihood of this becoming a death penalty case. Now, according to the agreement, Latah County wanted to establish competent defense counsel to represent Brian Coburger and a team of attorneys who are qualified in death penalty cases. It also details compensation for defense attorney Ann Taylor and her team. Now, Latah County will pay Kootenai County $200 per hour during the 40-hour work week, and any hours beyond that, Latah will pay Taylor $200 an hour directly. It's the same setup for the second attorney attached to the case, only he will be paid $180 per hour. Latah County also agrees to reimburse the attorneys for mileage, lodging, and meal costs. Taylor's investigators will even get a compensation rate of $45 an hour. Now, the agreement says it became effective on December 30th last year. Coming up tonight at 6, I'll dig deeper into how this agreement signals a death penalty case and the steps that would follow. Amanda Rowley, KREM 2 News.
All right, Amanda, thank you very much. And in other news, the inland Northwest seeing some colder temperatures today.
Let's send things right over to Chief Meteorologist Jeremy Legoo for more on what we can expect. Jeremy?
Well, right now it's clearing skies, and those clearing skies are kind of important when it comes to the forecast. It's going to play a big role in what we wind up seeing in terms of cooling down tonight. Right now, we're still in the mid to upper 30s, pretty widespread, but with those clearing skies and calming winds, we are going to drop into the low 20s or teens tonight. Tomorrow morning is likely going to be one of the colder mornings we have seen in some time. And by tomorrow afternoon, we're back up near 40, so a couple degrees warmer than where we were today, widespread. And then as we head through the next few, well, those warmer temperatures return, but there is not much else to talk about. A few stray showers kind of coming to an end after we saw a round of light flurries this morning. And then, well, It's the sun. We just get more of it the next couple of days. In fact, I think tomorrow afternoon winds up mostly sunny and then even more as we head through Thursday and Friday. And as we get into the weekend, we'll see the chance of showers return to the forecast. But coming up, we're going to talk why I don't think it's a great chance at widespread showers in the days to come.
All right, sounds good, Jeremy. Thank you very much. In other news this evening, a driver crashed and damaged a gravesite at St. Thomas Catholic Cemetery in Coeur d'Alene.
We want to turn to KREM 2's Nathan Hyun, who saw that damage firsthand today.
He blew through the fence, drove over these headstones. Thankfully, they were flat and his car didn't scrape them.
Last Thursday, Tina Johnson woke up to a call from the police that a car damaged the church's cemetery.
This is the headstone that he hit, this one and the small one.
When Tina arrived, she saw a headstone knocked over and a broken fence. The church's priest is staying optimistic amidst the bad situation.
We're gonna stay positive, you know, and also not only for us, it's a challenge, and when things like this happen, it takes you to the next level.
The suspect fled the scene but was caught by police later that night. I'm standing at the damaged gravesite. You can see this large headstone that was knocked over by the car, but also a little memorial that was set up over the weekend. And I'm told that this headstone has been in the cemetery for more than 100 years. The damaged gravesite belonged to Baby Bauer. The date of death, February 1910.
I was just kind of shocked that it happened and that it knocked over that giant headstone and broke it up, and it was a pretty sad situation.
Tina says there has already been an overwhelming amount of support from the community.
The family of another one of the kids who was in the truck are the ones that came down and did the memorial.
The church says there are plans to fix the fence and the headstone, and they hope with their insurance they don't have to pay out of pocket.
But terrific people who've worked very hard to make it beautiful and make it a place of rest and a place of prayer. Something like this happens, you know, that same team will jump into action and will put things back the way they were very quickly.
The suspect is in jail. In Coeur d'Alene, Nathan Hyun, KREM 2 News.
Well, right now until midnight, Spokane Quarantine is raising money for families at Logan Elementary.
Rick Clark is hoping to raise $28,000 in 24 hours. That money will be used to purchase $50 gas cards and $50 grocery cards for each Logan Elementary family. Clark says, you know, he was homeless once himself, and he wants to help relieve some of the financial burdens these families are facing.
Hearing from those families really made it hit home to me. These are families that are sitting on the edge of their seat hoping that they can get a $50 gas card or a grocery card, and that I remember being that family. And so I want everybody in Spokane to know that we're coming for you guys. Like, we're not letting, it's not going to happen on our watch. We're not going to let you fall. We're too big of a city. We have too much compassion to let people just fall down. So we will do everything we can.
Well, Clark says donations were pouring in even before the fundraiser went live. By 11 a.m., in fact, Clark already collected $18,000. He says if he surpasses his goal, more money will be added to the gift cards. Clark says people looking to donate can send money to Help Spokane on PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo.
Well, topping national headlines today, 3 students were killed and 5 others critically injured in a deadly shooting at Michigan State University last night. Investigators have now identified that suspected gunman at Michigan State University. So police say a surveillance photo led to a tip that ultimately helped officers find the gunman who went on that rampage. Authorities identified the shooter as 43-year-old Anthony McCrae. They say he took his own life last night during a confrontation with police miles from campus. They add he has no known ties to the university, past or present. Police say the gunman opened fire shortly before 8 p.m. Monday night inside an academic building and then later at the student union.
It just needs to stop because this shouldn't have happened. It didn't need to happen.
We barricaded the rooms as quietly as we could, shut off every light. So it happened very suddenly.
There have now been 67 mass shootings in the U.S. since the beginning of this year. That's according to the Gun Violence Archive, and it's also more than one every single day.
Today, Spokane County voters will decide on 3 countywide propositions at the polls. Those propositions include schools and maintenance for fire departments. First up, the Newport School District is seeking about $2 million for education programs. If approved, the district will get that money every year for the next 3 years. Also, Spokane Fire District 8 and Spokane Valley Fire have maintenance levies on the ballot. If approved, both levies will help the department buy necessary gear for fires, medical emergencies, and other resources. And ballots need to be dropped off today before 8 p.m. We'll have election results on KREM.com shortly after those polls close. But for more information about the levies on the ballot today, just text us the word elections to 509-448-2000 and we'll send a link right to your phone.